A very big story is breaking today, May 23, 2025. Harvard University, one of the oldest and most famous schools in America, has decided to sue the United States government. This is not a small step. Harvard is taking this action because of a new rule from the Trump administration. This rule directly affects many students at Harvard. The university says this new rule is wrong and harmful. They believe the government is not following the law. This lawsuit is Harvard's way of trying to stop the government's plan. It is a bold move, and many people are watching closely. The news came as a surprise to many. On Friday, Harvard University officially filed its lawsuit. They are challenging a decision made by the Trump administration. This decision has to do with students from other countries. Harvard has a very large number of international students. The government's new action puts these students in a very difficult position. Harvard believes this action is unfair. The university feels it has no choice but to go to court. The main reason for this big lawsuit is a specific action by the government. The Trump administration, through the Department of Homeland Security, has revoked Harvard's ability to enroll international students. This is a very serious step. It means Harvard cannot bring new students from other countries to study. It also affects students who are already there. Harvard relies on international students. They bring different ideas and cultures to the campus. They are a big part of what makes Harvard a global university. Without the ability to enroll these students, Harvard feels it cannot fulfill its mission. Harvard President Alan Garber has spoken out very strongly against this decision. He called the administration's action unlawful and unwarranted. He also said it was a blatant violation of the law. President Garber believes this is not an isolated incident. He stated that this action is part of a series of retaliatory government actions. He says the government is trying to punish Harvard. The reason, according to Garber, is that Harvard wants to maintain its academic independence. Stressful position. They have worked hard to get into Harvard. Section 4. Legal battles and loud voices. The arguments on both sides. Harvard University has made several legal claims in its lawsuit. The lawsuit was filed in the United States District Court in Massachusetts. Harvard argues the government's decision violates the First Amendment and Due Process Clause. They claim it infringes on free speech and was made without fair procedures. The Trump administration has its own reasons for this action. They accuse Harvard of several things. Section 5. An ongoing saga, the bigger picture, and what happens next. This lawsuit is not happening in a vacuum. It is part of a much wider and ongoing conflict between the Trump administration and Harvard University. For some time now, there has been tension. The administration has launched multiple investigations into Harvard. There have also been attempts by the government to freeze federal funding that the university receives. This suggests a pattern of pressure from the administration. Harvard has found itself needing to defend its autonomy and its practices repeatedly. This latest action regarding international students is seen by many as another escalation in this long-running dispute. Interestingly, this is not the only recent lawsuit Harvard has filed against the federal government. The research indicates this is the second lawsuit Harvard has initiated in just the past few weeks. This shows how strained the relationship has become. Harvard clearly feels that its rights and interests are under serious threat. The university is willing to use the legal system to protect itself and its community. These repeated clashes highlight fundamental disagreements about the role of universities, academic freedom, and government oversight. It is a sign of a deeply troubled relationship between this historic institution and the current administration. So what happens now? Harvard is not just filing a lawsuit and waiting.